and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR HALACHA. And here's a brand new HALACHA for you, and it's for Thursday, the 17th day of September, and the 28th day of Elul, getting very close to Rosh Hashanah. And I have a special HALACHA for you regarding the way we say our Shmoneh Esrai on Shabbos of Rosh Hashanah, and the way we say our Rosh Hashanah Shmoneh Esrai on Sunday of Rosh Hashanah. I'll show you what I mean, become clear in just a moment. The facts are that when a person says the Musaf Shmoneh Esrei on Shabbos, whereas usually we refer to the day of Rosh Hashanah as Yom Teruah, on the day when Rosh Hashanah comes out on Shabbos like this year, we're really supposed to say Yom Zichron Teruah, because we're not really blowing the shofar this Rosh Hashanah, at least the first day of Rosh Hashanah this year, Shabbos. Instead, we'll have Zichron Teruah. Okay? So when you're Shmoneh Esrei on Shabbos, you're supposed to say Zichron Teruah, and in your Shmoneh Esrei on Sunday, Rosh Hashanah, you're supposed to say Yom Teruah. So the Mishnah Berurah has the interesting question of what happens if a guy switches them. Will he have to repeat his Shmoneh Esrei because he sort of messed up? Here he is in the Mishnah Berurah. V'kasav achronon dib'di'evet, after the fact, im amar b'chol zichron teruah, if on Sunday he made the wrong addition and he said zichron teruah, v'sayim habracha, and he finished the bracha, eino choser, he doesn't have to go back. V'hu adin b'Shabbos, and the same thing is true on Shabbos, if he made the opposite mistake, im omer yom teruah, if he said yom teruah, Gam kain on eino choser, he also does not have to go back, because although you're supposed to say zichron teruah on the Shabbos when you're not blowing shofar, and although you're supposed to say yom teruah on Sunday when you are blowing the shofar, switching them is not such a big deal. It is like, well, let me continue, and it'll become even clearer when I say that. In another Mishnah Berurah, in one siman earlier, the Mishnah Berurah talks about the situation about a person that wants to think about whether he's supposed to blow the shofar on Friday. This year, look at Friday. Usually we don't blow the shofar on the day before Rosh Hashanah. And we say it's to confuse the Satan, quote unquote, that we blow the shofar throughout the days of Elul. That's just a reminder thing and a custom. And then we blow the shofar on Rosh Hashanah when it's a command from the Torah, okay? So in between, we stop, and that sort of, quote-unquote, confuses the Satan, because he might not know what's coming, we suddenly stopped, and well, there are many speeches given about what that really means. But this year, when we're not going to blow the shofar on Shabbos, one might have assumed, hey, maybe I should blow the shofar on this coming Friday because the day to confuse the Satan will be Shabbos, right? So here the Mishnah Berurah, in a parenthesis, says, Va'af keshachal yom echad shel Rosh Hashanah b'Shabbos, even when the first day of Rosh Hashanah turns out to be on Shabbos, gam kain ein tokin be'erev Shabbos, we still don't blow the shofar on the Friday, the day before. Now, why is that? This I can't show you. It's in a Shari Tzion where the Mishnah Berurah adds some facts to this, so I'll just say them to you orally. And he says this. He says, look, when we say Zichron Teruah on this coming Shabbos, when we're not blowing the shofar, the Zichron Teruah is almost as if we actually blew the shofar. When we pray about things and when we say the karbanos that we're not really bringing, we hope that in some way that's as if we did bring them. And when we say Zichron Teruah, we hope that it's kind of sort of like we sort of blew the shofar. In that regard, it's like appropriate to say Yom Teruah on Shabbos if you made that mistake. And when you say Yom Zichron Teruah, you're replacing anyway with a feeling of, I hope my remembering the Teruah is almost as good as if I actually blew the Teruah. If you think all that through, then that means then we're sort of kind of getting almost close to blowing the shofar on Rosh Hashanah Shabbos. We're just remembering it and praying it, which is almost like we blew it. Therefore, says the Mishnah Berurah in the Shari Tzion, that it really is appropriate on Friday to not blow the shofar, because it's almost as if we got the shofar blown on Shabbos by remembering it and davening about it. And of course, we blew it on Thursday, so the stopping it on Friday is still appropriate, and it will quote unquote confuse the Satan. I hope that didn't confuse you. That was a little bit complicated. You can go back and listen to it one more time if you want. And thanks for logging on. And I hope I'll have one more halacha for you on Erev Rosh Hashanah before Rosh Hashanah itself. Ksiva v'chasima tova to us all.